Alexa, turn it up to 7.
Well, the money, well, the food. Everybody money. Since you come to tears and pain, we don't tire to complain. See the part where you been good. Not in Nigeria, into you. 97% and 5%. Going for like president.
He said, good afternoon.
See the change you change. All the promise more than that.
Share the video. Invite your friends. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. I'm sharing the video too. Share the video.
Insecurity, no improve. Inflation, no get in the room. Bring us for Nigeria. I am my sisters. It's coming higher. We don't do this so far. Bring us for Nigeria. After the little we can do, we still have to see the change. Cause all the promise when I'm there,
Alexa, turn it down to 0. Thank you. It's been a while. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, or whatever time you are right now, top of the moment to you. This is Maiyegun live. I have decided to deliver this sermon today at our regular altar, which is the regular temple where the truth comes out from, where it is served hot, very hot, for those who can take it, those who can take the truth, those who will never, ever get triggered because they are being told the truth. So give me a moment. I'm going to be back because I need to power this machine. That's something I forgot just now. But I'll be back in a minute. Alexa, turn it up to 7.
Presidency to someone.
Yes, thank you very much. Alexa, turn it up to 0. Turn it down to 0. I don't scatter. Alexa, turn it down to 0. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys, for your time. Here we are. Here we go again today. For those who would love to abuse me, for those who enjoy coming here to publicly masturbate with their foolishness, and for those who want to listen to someone who is going to massage their ego, someone who is going to make them feel good, someone who is going to tell them when they are foolish people, you have to say it with respect. Those who love to use political correctness and the rest of them. Tell them Maiyegun is live. They should stop watching. If you can stop watching, right, you will begin to heal that, that wound, that attic that you always get on Maiyegun's diary, because you can't really change this. You can't change anything here. All you need to change is the way you receive the message from Maiyegun all the time. I say the way it is simply because many of you have decided to turn blind eyes deliberately to call what is abnormal normal, and then want to force that on the rest of us to accept every abnormality as normal. Thieves being called leaders, rogues being called leaders, criminals being called leaders, top of the world thugs that you could ever see anywhere. The most dangerous and violent set of people you would ever see in your life are being called leaders. Jihadists, terrorists are making laws, are passing laws, are writing budget for the rest of the country. You decided to keep quiet. It is your choice, but we won't. We knew it from the beginning. APC came to loot, to kill, to destroy, and to end Nigeria. And they are doing the job perfectly well. Only the collateral mumus, only the ombud slaves, the Buhari Danes, the Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungos Yaris, the Unekaharis, the obedient fools, the ombud slaves, the sophisticated morons. I'm talking about the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, and the Mumu lecturers of this world. We are talking about this latest and newly recruited social media artsmen, Facebook bandits that will come here to leave the message and attack the messenger. We are used to you. You will never stop watching. I will never stop talking until I frustrate you to continue to make many of you to continue to disgrace your family and your family names on social media. We will do that for you, because the division, the destruction, the end of Nigeria will be prosecuted judiciously, religiously by the criminals you call leaders. They will push you. They will push you to the point of no return. Not Maiyegun. It won't be me. No. Mine is just to keep reminding you. And at the same time, when that period comes, you will not be caught unaware. So, if you get angry, if you get mad because of what Maiyegun says on Maiyegun's political, Baba, your frustration just to get started, though. Because as long as those criminals are parading themselves as the representative of that contraption, speaking for you dumbbells who will defend them every way and all the way through, Maiyegun will not stop. Okay? Do yourself a favor. Unfollow my page. In fact, you may be able to even live longer from the frustration, the type of things you don't want to hear that Maiyegun will continue to repeat. Ways you want Maiyegun to speak that he will never speak the way you want him to speak. I will continue to make you feel miserable of yourselves. Get angry with your phones, with the truth that you hate to hear. Now, APC is doing a great job. They have divided Nigeria further tribally, religiously, politically, economically. They have divided the whole country. Not that the country was ever united. Never united. It was a business enterprise. And today, APC, the criminal organization, the criminal terrorist group called political party put together for the purpose of electing, of making one jihadi terrorist leader the leader of Nigeria. It was simply for power grab. And they grabbed the power. They lost the vision. They had no vision, by the way. So they lost whatever the mission they had for that contraption. So in the process, they are now fighting themselves over who owns what or who should own what, while the people they lead, the millions of people they lead, are all confused, lost in complete chaos, disaster. In the north, northerners are now refugees in the north. They are in Nigeria. Nigeria is not fighting any civil war. But if you go to the north now, thousands, hundreds of thousands of Nigerians are living in makeshift camps in the north. Why? Because they have been pursued away from their homes, from their villages by terrorists. Come to the south, you can tell the same story of those who were once living peacefully, farmers, villagers, travelers, and all of that. They are now living under the tension of Fulani herdsmen, that are the Fulani terrorists that have invaded the south. We see stories every day. People being killed every day. The story is the same in the north. It is the same in the south. And then you will see the one Abobaku, a Lagos Alimajiri, a Yoruba Alimajiri, call Amidu, or call Wasiu, or call whatever any other funny names that they give to themselves. And they will stand up because they belong to the part of the divisions they have created: religion, politics, economy, tribal, this, that, class, and the rest of that. You know what I mean? They found themselves in the category of those stupid people who have fell for all of that distractions. They will come for you. They will leave the message. They will come for the messenger. And you ask them, it won't change your story. It will make it worse. We are only helping you. But guess what? By the time they finally finish, those who didn't believe us, those who called us, who called us names, many of them are dead now. Many of them are living in IDP camps now. Some of you are jobless now. You call those names. We keep telling you that for every action of those criminals that are leading you, there are always counter opposite reactions, which is the poverty they are forced on you. APC will divide Nigeria peacefully, easily. They will kill those they will kill. Then, those of you who are alive, when you don't want to be killed, you will then stand up and resist them. So when you resist them and push them back, then at that point, you will want a demarcation. You will want a barrier that says, don't cross this path. This is no longer Nigeria. We are no longer part of Nigeria. Do not. You are going to get to that place. Don't worry. You are a Yoruba man listening to me because they have brainwashed you. They have brainwashed you so well, brainwashed your parents, brainwashed everybody that has been part of your generation. And you as a person, you have refused to evolve. You have refused to grow up and expose yourself enough to get a bit of a sense. They brainwashed you to make you think that some people are coming to divide Nigeria for themselves. These criminals have already divided Nigeria. You know what I mean? I will get into details of that. Now, let me read through what they did. They didn't have any plan for Nigeria. There was no plan. It was 2015 was basically power grab. Simply power grab. Promise them change and then give them poverty. If they complain, take them to the next devil. And no way you will tell me that this is exactly the change. Some of you morons who are now Facebook bandits, social media herdsmen, people they give 10,000 naira to go and look for who is abusing Tinubu. Or some of you who are actually like a born slaves who wear this slavery chain over your neck, like a gold chain with pride, and you will say a politician is fighting for you, yet you are living in poverty, in squalor, in backwardness, no employment. Many of you have turned to beggars to survive. But yeah, it doesn't really matter to you. They came to divide you, and you can see how the whole thing is degenerating further and further. If you speak up now, you will get arrested or get killed. They will kidnap you. And to some of these collateral mumus that are going to run around like headless chickens, right? For these thugs and criminals on social media, off social media, right? The collateral mumu. They are running towards 2023. Many of them are going to be killed in the process of running towards 2023. They are not going to be killed because they are not going to die because it was actually their time. They are going to be killed due to their one, ignorance. Then number two, their greed. And number three, their illiteracy. Most importantly, illiteracy. They will tell you something will not work. It is only what PDP and APC put together for them. that they have to manage. You know what I mean? Many of you are going to be killed, either deliberately or either directly or indirectly. This is not a cause. You are dragging it. It's like you are dragging death. Some of you Yoruba idiots who are abusing me, sending me private message, telling me that, why am I supporting the Igbos, this and that on my platform, and all that bad dash that you push about. You are dragging death as you are dragging 2023 presidency, as they have told you. You are dragging death as you are drawing to 2023. You are drawing yourself to death. As long as you have that mentality that you need that presidency for anything at all, before you can actually have a country of your own, a Yoruba land, in Yoruba land as a Yoruba person, a proud Yoruba son, Omoluabi. You don't need 2023 to do that. And nobody should be promising you any 2023. Are you that daft? Are you that stupid to believe anything about 2023 as a Yoruba person, as an Igbo man? Or even as an Hausa man or a Fulani man? Are you that stupid enough to believe that? That there's a 2023 that is going to be in any way probably work in your own favor? It won't. Now, I'll tell you this. APC was put together to hijack power, right? Many of them who came to hijack that power, they hijacked it for different reasons. And all of these reasons, right, they are never in one. Buhari hijacked power because he wanted to be president, right? He never really had the power to hijack. The criminals hijacked the power for him, make him the head. Now, Buhari as a jihadist himself, it's easier for him to attract other jihadists to his side, right? Meanwhile, some others, they hijacked that power for economic reason. They wanted to take money. They wanted to get closer to the federal post. It was all about money. And today, those who wanted to get closer to money are busy milking the country, are busy looting and relooting every loot they find, right? Those who came for the religious purpose, the jihadi purpose, to spread fear, hate, and further division. That is Buhari faction. They are also busy there, piling the money, piling whatever they can get, funding this terrorism all over the north. Imagine your leaders funding terrorism. The same terror people that are killing you in the north. Now, when we traced it, we realized that your leaders, your political leaders in the north, your governors, your president, Buhari, all your service chiefs and the rest of them, they have turned the Boko Haram war into a business to the point that they were paying Boko Haram ransom. They couldn't protect you. So they came, not for you, but for themselves. One way or the other, they are winning. Because whether they like it or not, eventually, they will walk all of you. They will walk into that trap of further asking that, you know what, let us break this whole thing up. And we are going there, and we are getting there soon. APC will divide Nigeria. But before they divide Nigeria, they will loot Nigeria like never before. They will destroy Nigeria like never before. They will destroy the land, destroy the people, destroy the government and make everything meaningless. At the end of the day, the agitation to break up the whole country will begin. You see, 5 years, just 5 years. PDP, the other gang of thieves and gang of killers too, they ruled the country for 16 years. Never was there ever any serious agitation like we have it today. Nigeria, then, what you didn't remember is this. The team, when the Abacha was there, Abdulsalami Abubakar was there, when they looted and destroyed the entire country as military, and Obasanjo came in, and they begin the recovery process, and whatever it is later, Nigeria was never, ever, ever this terrible and bad. And it's in so many ways. So they have done that. They have prepared many people, millions of people, psychologically, that the way the whole thing is going, Nigeria may break up. If Nigeria want to break up, let it just break up now. Now, we have got to that stage now. We have gotten to that stage now. People are beginning to feel like that. Meanwhile, it's just 5 years old. You still have another 3 years old. So the APC they formed to take over power in 2015 will die. Will die before 2023. And now they have begun the power play. This is where I'm going. For those of you who need to smart up, They will continue to propagate it and make it look like it is only if you join them in PDP or you join them in APC or until you join them to vote. That is the only time, we can then fix Yoruba land. I'm directing this to you now, the Yorubas who are watching me. They are selling you the dodo of 2023. So this power play of the end of APC before 2023, APC will end. And by the time they finally probably tell us where they kept Buhari before 2023, you will see the whole thing no longer viable anymore. And after that, the same criminals will realign and they will give a rebirth to PDP. And you mumus, you programmed morons who are fighting yourselves, PDP versus APC, you will find yourself in the same party you are condemning. Many of you watching me right now. And some of you who are saying, Maiyegun, you don't understand the politics. I do. I understand all of you. Because that is how you are programmed. That is how you are conscripted. And for you to even think that it is possible to move out of that contraption or out of that psychological programming is so impossible for all of you that you are so confident and arrogant in your stupidity to believe that there is no other way. Stop registering to vote and stop voting in any of their elections. Let them have their field day. Let it start from there. Young people who are going to be trapped into the PDP, APC madness, they are already warming up. Go and see them in Edo 4 years ago. Many of them, until 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, many of them 4 years ago, from 4 years ago, they will tell you APC or Shiomole rigged the election for Obaseki. APC or Shiomole rigged the election against PDP. Therefore, Obaseki government is illegitimate. It will make sense. It will be like, yeah, it was rigging. We saw it. Yeah, it was rigging. Then, until 3 weeks ago, the same Obaseki turn around and say, hey, Edo people, Benin people, Obaseki, Oshiomole want to turn himself to Godfather, oh. We must stop Godfatherism, oh. They say, hey, Obaseki, that's why I like this guy. People are saying the guy is even good. I like the fact that he's fighting Obaseki because that is how you are programmed. That's how you are programmed. It's fighting Oshiomole for you or for who? And until 3 weeks ago, it became obvious that they will no longer be friends. But because that is how you are programmed to see that, hey, it doesn't matter anymore. There is no permanent. They even coined one stupid quote. They said there is no permanent friend. There is no permanent enemy. Only permanent interest. My brothers and sisters, that is a GPT, a 419 quote. The word you should ask them is, if you are giving us a code that says no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, Nigeria version, no permanent interest, what is that permanent interest? Is it the interest of the people or the interest of themselves? Or when it favors them and it works for them, it is right. When it is not working for them again, it is wrong. And because they are programmed all of you like that, the moment, and it's so unfortunate, I think it's just in the DNA of a majority of Nigerians, to be honest, is in their DNA. When they feel like someone cheated them, they will be waiting for the day because they are powerless, they can't fight that person. They believe that they can't stand up and say, you rigged this election, we will not accept it and we will stop it. No, they won't do that because they don't see it as that, right? They will say, if you don't lose, you don't lose. My friend, go home. Then they will now go home and begin to wish something happened. I'm waiting for the day. Hey, I'm waiting for the day that Obaseki and Oshiomole will fight. Hey, oh boy, that day go sweet, because you have considered yourself so powerless, so voiceless, so meaningless, non-existent, and that is exactly how your leaders treat you. You cannot tell them when they do it wrong because they have rendered you powerless enough that you now rely on what you call karma. Karma, I'm waiting for karma. Then immediately Obaseki and Oshiomole begin fight. Boom! Obaseki became their friends. I like this Obaseki. I like anybody who won't fight Godfatherism. Listen, guys. I don't like PDP. But see, if Obaseki go PDP, I will support him. Obedient fool, humble slave, sophisticated moron. These guys you meet, when you finish killing yourselves, when you finish changing the figures for them, when you finish all of that, then they will say, headline, breaking news. Oshiomhole and Governor Obaseki settled their rift. Oba of Benin called them and settled it for them. They are brothers and sisters. All of you will then kill during that period. You die for nothing. And then another 4 years, you will repeat the cycle. Another 4 years, you will repeat the cycle. Okay? So, Obaseki was APC until 3 weeks ago. Is it Yamu that Oshiomhole publicly told the whole world that Eze Yamu is a thief? Publicly. But when you listen to an average Nigerian, you say, my brother, that one a political talk now. Everybody's a thief. See how useless they have made all of you. You dumbbells, so to say. No apology, by the way, no apology. You can get mad, you can get angry. That's your own cup of tea. Dumbbells. Yeah. There is no permanent friend, there is no permanent enemy. But there is a permanent poverty, permanent agreement, unwritten agreement to keep you poor deliberately, economically, and so on. Look at what is going on in Ondo State. I'll tell you a bit about that because I know a bit about that. And I'll tell you what is going on. I'll give you an idea what is going on in Ondo State and why what is going on in Ondo State is going to cut across the entire Southwest soon. They don't shank. I don't know if you understand that particular street language. They don't shank Tinubu. They don't shank Oshiomhole. And nobody today started. In fact, it was Oshiomhole was the only success story that Tinubu could pick out of power struggle in APC post 2015. Immediately after 2015 election, and Buhari swearing in was done. The what do you call it? The carpet crossing, the political brickmanship began. Who was going to make the list of the minister? Who are those who are going to make the list of this and that to Buhari? Tinubu as their numero uno then, the guy who led all the political propaganda that finally ousted the PDP at the time. It was like the star boy. Everyone was expecting him to be the godfather nationally now, including the Lagos Abobakus. I'm talking about the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the Buharidins and Buharididiris, those guys who are from Lagos. They said Jagaban, Jaga this, Jagada, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, it's actually a Jaga bandit. At that moment, Tinubu had a conversation with new president, Buhari, and they said Tinubu should go and bring, the party should go and bring names of those to be nominated for ministerial post. There were some games that happened before 2015 in Lagos that pitted Fashola, the incumbent governor of Lagos State in 2015, against Tinubu in the local politics of Lagos State and including the politics of Ondo State, that of Ekiti State prior to 2015 election. So immediately after after that face-off in Lagos, they eventually saw Akinwumi Ambode become their new governor in 2015. So it was obvious that Tinubu was going to have his pound of flesh on Fashola, who later became the Minister of Portos, Homelessness, and Minister of Darkness in Nigeria in the first term of Buhari. So they said the party should nominate ministerial people that should go for ministerial post. When Tinubu wanted to submit name, because Tinubu is the party anyway in Southwest, who go challenge her. When they wanted to submit the names, they ensure that one, Fashola didn't make the list. Kayode Fayemi didn't make the list, and few other people who were in the wrong of Tinubu prior to 2015 then, they didn't make the list. Ibikunle Amosun, the former governor of Ogun State then, he just won his own second term, and it was like this with Buhari. Ibikunle Amosun, I call that one Akotileta Okemoson. That's the name I gave to him. Arungun Okemoson. Ibikunle Amosun, now that he's won his own second term, decided that he was going to be the new godfather in Southwest, and he was going to use his relationship with the new president above that of Tinubu. For those who don't know the story, and for those who know the story, maybe this is just a reminder for you. First time after 2015 election, they rubbished Tinubu, and this is how it happened. When Tinubu submitted the names of his loyalists to be ministers, including Muiz Banire, that later became his enemy, from Lagos, and few other names from the Yoruba land. All the names, were dropped in the dustbin. Buhari didn't even see the names. Do you know who submitted the names for Yoruba ministers in the first term of Buhari, 2015 to 2019? Do you know who submitted the names? Ibikunle Amosun, the then governor of Ogun State. That was how Ibikunle Amosun's commissioner for finance, Kemi Adeosun, that's how she became finance minister of Nigeria. Not through Tinubu. That was how Kayode Fayemi made it into the ministerial list of Buhari. That was how Fashola made it into the ministerial list of Buhari. At that point, they now form what is called Abuja Kaba against Tinubu, and it was towards 2019 then. The plot was to ensure that they demystify Tinubu completely. They render him politically irrelevant or powerless enough by, every move he makes, they will counter. And it started with Ekiti. It started with Ondo, the Ondo that is now going into election. At the time, they believed that Tinubu had so much weight politically in about 70% of Yoruba land, some of the states. So it was easier. They knew where they want to target. And they believed that the moment they begin to, the election that were coming then were Osun election, Ondo election, Ekiti election, governorship elections. These three elections were the time after 2015 election, were the period those who were supposed to be loyalists of Tinubu, that was the period they rose against him. And it happened in Osun. Aregbesola managed to wriggle his way to get his own cousin, or Tinubu's cousin, who is now the governor of Osun State, Gboyega Oyetola. So, Tondo, as usual, Baba Sokwe, after 2015 election, and it was an election in Ondo State, Akeredolu, who happened to be an APC lawyer, a Tinubu friend, never shown any interest to be governor at any point in time. It was Olushola Oke, or Olushola Oke, however you pronounce it in Ondo. Olushola Oke, that was Tinubu's anointed candidate, and he was sent then to go and take over, join the APC at the time. And I think, the abracadabra played out. It was the moment they needed to nominate the governorship candidate. That was where Fashola, now minister, Fayemi, now minister, and a few other guys in there, Amosun, still governor, Kemi Adeosun, who is in charge of money, now minister. So it was easier for them, right, to use their influence as ministers in Buhari's government to influence Maiyegun at the time to make Akeredolu the flag bearer. That's how Akeredolu, Rotimi Akeredolu, that's how he became the APC governorship candidate in Ondo State. They dragged him into it. It became a serious problem between him and Tinubu, because Tinubu saw that as a serious betrayal, because some of the secrets of Tinubu are with Akeredolu as his lawyer, who undid some of the criminal cases and all of that for him on the ground. These guys are like this, whether they're in PDP or APC. So they shook. That's second time. So they shook finger inside Tinubu's eyes. That was the moment Tinubu left Nigeria in 2017. He left Nigeria for Gambia, from Gambia to Equatorial Guinea, from Equatorial Guinea to southern France, and he was away for more than 9 months. Nobody saw him anymore until APC began their wahala. El-Rufai was demolishing another APC member, another APC senator's house. Many of them were arresting themselves in the name of power play and all of that. The whole thing was going to the, the whole party was going down the hill. So they sent for Tinubu again. Meanwhile, he never had a chance of seeing Buhari again. That was the moment Abba Kyari became the president. So they had to drag him back. Come and do the, you remember that time when they say they made Tinubu the reconciliator, or the person that will reconcile all the people in in APC. Now, immediately after that, an opportunity presented itself to get rid of Maiyegun, right? It was then they dragged Oshiomhole into it. Being a recent guy who just came out as who just finished his tenure as governor of Edo State, this guy go rugged. Mo use him. That's how Oshiomhole became the puppet of Tinubu. And Tinubu had to go back to Abuja again when he finally met Buhari after a year and a half. When he finally met him, and they said, we want you to help us reconcile everybody. Everybody is fighting. And for you to know that I am ready to listen to you now, it is these people who didn't let me listen to you. Tinubu, whatever you want me to do now is what I will do. See, in your next birthday in Lagos, I am going to attend. Just to let you know that I am going to listen to you. That was how Tinubu returned to Nigeria. And after that, Buhari traveled to Lagos. How many of you remember that time? And attended Tinubu's birthday. Remember? Tinubu's colloquium or whatever in Lagos, where they locked down Lagos State for hours. Remember? It was part of the deal. So they brought him back. And what am I trying to bring here is this. When Oshiomhole became the party chairman, everything there that happened within their party had the blessing of Jaga Bandit, Jaga Were of Lagos. So, Oshiomhole is out. The drama going on in Edo is just going to be that will be the last stroke that is going to break the camel's back. I'll tell you why. Oshiomhole needs to prove it that he is still formidable, reliable, to help him keep the hope of 2023 for Tinubu alive. And the moment if they lose Edo, that will then be the new game whereby there will be a new political realignment. That's going to be like the end of APC for them. Because at that point, they will have nothing much anymore to influence, because Oshiomhole will be gone. As it is right now, for you to really know that the plot is now thicker than you see it as. And as a Yoruba person, you will be so foolish to be looking forward to 2023. It is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. A guy quickly declared himself who suspended Oshiomhole, who orchestrated the suspension of Oshiomhole. The little thing that they call little thing, they make it bigger because he has to be bigger to achieve the aim. What happened? When this whole wahala started, initially in Edo, they said it was because Obaseki refused to give Godfather money. I don't know what that means. But they said he refused. And because of that, Oshiomhole began shopping for new governor for about 2 years now. He's been shopping for new governor. Eventually, he's settling down for Ezeyamu, the man he called thief. So, in order to solidify his own base, to set the downfall of Oshiomhole properly, they just went to his political ward. They told his ward chairman and ESCO, please suspend this guy. National chairman, suspend him. Once you suspend him, bring us the list, the signature of everybody we sign and everything. Bring them to Benin, Governor Nida. Immediately, they did a meeting and they signed a memo that says they have suspended Oshiomhole. My brother, they just took it to Benin. That immediately they just took that same suspension list and letter. Quickly they jumped to court, make court ratify them, so that now court they go to settle them. Oshiomhole never thought it was going to be something serious like this. Even Tinubu was shocked that happened until it got to that level, right? It was more or less like it was never aware of it. So once they involved court, it became an issue that nobody say we go settle anymore. If Oshiomhole wants Obaseki to come out, Oshiomhole self go come out as a national chairman, and the war go come start. It go come be like say move Trump or everything on ground and restart. So they are playing this game. I decided to explain this far to dramatize everything for all of you, so that you can agree with me to this point. Now, this is where you are not likely to agree with me, and I will understand. You see how they became friends. You see how they negotiate their way through. You see the interest that they are protecting. It was only about themselves, and except for those of you who have probably been, getting some crumbs, working with the local government tax collector. You stop Okada, they collect change. You be big man for your area too. So to you, if Nigeria won't born, as long as they pay you, nothing matter. Abi? But you see the whole game. None of them is in your interest. None of them. It is simply for themselves and how much of it they can get for themselves. Now, when they now drag you into all of that, because you love the drama, yes, I like this. I want to see Tinubu disgrace. I want to see Oshiomhole disgrace, so that if PDP is going to help us disgrace them, I'm going to go to PDP. It's not because I like PDP, but because, see, my brother, there's nobody that can do it. The revolution cannot do it. We cannot do anything. Forget it, Baba. If PDP go help us do it, PDP better. Baba, then curse you. You are going to sing another song, in another 4 years, same song. In Yoruba land, if they won't curse person, they will say you will be comparing year after year. Now, serious curse for Yoruba land, I'm a fiodun we oduni. If anybody tell you that, you will be comparing year after years. Baba, no joke. Ola. Give a dirty punch for face. They say, why you do him? Tell him, say, you just want him, you want him to collect his own price here, right here, before you begin to count that years. Because what that means is this. When you stand up and you say, oh, more. 2015 is even still better, sha. And say, oh, Baba, leave 2015. Even Abasha time better. Say, not true. Baba, you don't even remember. If you see Shagari time, Shagari era, but Baba, 2020, 30 years, 26 years, 40 years ago, you are sitting down here comparing. It's a curse. So I'm telling you now, if you continue to believe in their lies, if you continue to fall into their traps of this emotional blackmail, you know what? There's nothing we can do. Maiyegun, what should we do? I'm telling you now, stop defending PDP and APC and start tearing them down now. Their job is to destroy you. Their job is to destroy everything you live for. Their job and their mission is to steal everything they can steal from you. And guess what? If you try to question them when they take from you, their mission is to kill you. They will kill you economically. They will kill you religiously. They will kill you psychologically. They will kill you mentally enough that you can't even think for yourself anymore. They didn't come to take you better. They didn't come to make you better. So if you begin to compare, Baba, PDP see better, Jare, it better me go to PDP. Baba, now so you go they do every year, every 4 years, you go they compare. It took me just 3 years for my life to change in the UK. I didn't have to beg anybody. I didn't have to carry CV here and there. I didn't have to go to any church and do special prayer. I didn't have to get a special prayer warriors to come to my house and say, hey, this 3 years. 3 years. I spent 28 years of my life in Nigeria, and it was obvious I needed to get out. And I did get out. And here I am today. 3 years, my life changed. 21 years. Some of you, Indomie generation. Some of you, they gave birth to in 1999. Do you know that many of you are now 21 years now? That little girl, that little Pekin, they gave birth to in 1999. She is now 21 years. She don't born. She don't marry. She don't really get a real job because the country don't destroy you already. She never really witnessed any good life. She's born into this. This is what she knows, the Indomie generation. So when they see people sharing food, they see them as they see them as a philanthropist. When they see politicians sharing food, they see them as a blessing because that is the word they born them into. Indomie generation. If you are 22 years old, 21 years old, and you are jumping up and down for PDP and APC, I understand. This is the word they born you into. But this is not the word you deserve. This is not the word you should lead. This is the failed word that those you want to defend built for you. And you should stop now. Stop and think. Is this the same word you want to live? Do you want to keep seeing good lies, good word on TV alone? Is that what you wanted? Well, I will understand. What about you, elderly? You, older people, who are jumping up right now, PDP, APC, see how they destroyed your lives. Some of you are even coming to my page, to call me, to say I am working for PDP. And when your mental problem twists to negative, some of you will say, I am working for APC. And when your mental problem turn backward again, you will still turn again and say, he's working for PDP. I am not the one who made you mad. I'm not the one who is toying with your mental problem. It is the criminals that you have chosen to defend, not me. Okay? What would you say? At least you have lived long so far. Is this the world you want to live for your own children? 2023, that we are going to do, we have to get the Yoruba this. Obasanjo did 11 years in the history of Nigeria. Nigeria 60 years of independence. Obasanjo, the Yoruba man, did 11 years of those 60 years, minus 11 years from the 60 years of Nigeria history. Is Yoruba land better? Is it better? See all of you, Yoruba young graduates, many of you who are supposed to be productive for the development of Yoruba land. See what they have turned you to agberos, to fufuzelas, to beggars, to common pickpocket too, scroungers, people who want to rely on others to survive. You may say it is not your fault, but the fact that you are defending it, or you continue to stand up to think it is actually wrong to talk about it, right? But look at the word they created for you. You are part of it. And if you don't know, I was checking the other day, I was like, oh boy. So now you say I don't spend 8 years for UK. 8 years. If na jail person go, 8 years jail, your life go change. Oh. Like, that is how fast life can go on you. So you can sit down there. You can continue to hate those who are trying to help you, who are trying to raise your subconscious mind, to begin to think that there is no way that these guys were good, or they were, in fact, doing this for you. In any way that you will still have that kind of a country. 2023 now, the game is the survival of the fittest. They are all going to end up in PDP again. And when they end up in PDP again, you collateral mumus, you ombud slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, you Buhari teens, Buhari deterrents, you Buhari shukus, Unekari, and Ngoziaris. You obedient, you mumu lecturers, Bele lecturers abroad as well, you will jump ship and you begin to tell us that you know that you like PDP. You just like that person. That person is a different person. Shall go bogey you there. We know you. The funniest thing is, the same Maiyegun that you know that is bashing all of them all together. Break the place up. Break it up to save lives. Is the same Maiyegun, you lily-livered, spineless coward, will still want to come and troll in 4 years' time. Hey, what are you saying, Maiyegun? Why don't you come back home and do it? I am asking you now. As you are drawing to 2023, as you are going to be campaigning and running about for them, you are drawing to your death. You will be killed. And let me tell you something. No be all death be physical. Some of them, they are internal. They have already killed many of you psychologically. They have killed many of you, economically. They have killed many of you politically. They have even destroyed you tribally. So many of you can't think rationally anymore because of them, because of what they have done. So many of you have been killed, right? And you have been buried. So it will continue. It's going to continue. There is no amount of national prayer. There is no amount of fasting and prayer. There is no amount of men of God you have there. How long they say they speak to God, it will not change as long as you continue to reward those criminals, as long as you continue to believe that they are doing that for you, until you stop. I'm saying this now. Stop from everywhere you are. When you begin to think about these politicians, when you begin to see what they do around you, whatever that gives you emotional attachment to them, stop it now. Do it. They're not beneficial to you. Whatever they give to you is momentary, right? 8 years is a long time in someone's life. I just realized that. I left Nigeria in 2012. So let's say I voted for leaving Nigeria. That's what I voted for. When the rest were voting for APC, PDP in 2011, I voted to leave Nigeria. So I voted the first time, 2011 to 2015, to leave Nigeria. 2015 to 2019, I voted again to never, ever see Nigeria as any alternative for me. Yes. 2020, this is 8 years, second term. Second term, my life has changed. You can tell. You can tell. Some of you saw how I evolved, how this whole thing started, how Maiyegun started, and on and on and on and on and on. I evolved. I discovered myself because I voted for the right thing that will work for me. What are you voting for? They promised you electricity. Do you want it? Then you voted for them. They didn't give it to you. You voted for the better jobs and good education, good healthcare system. They didn't give it to you. They came back. You rewarded them again to continue to deny you what they keep promising for 60 years. When you are tired, you will fight. When you are fed up, you will stand up. When you can no longer take it, you will resist them. But Maiyegun will continue to punch your heart, to tell you, stop if you can now. If you do, in the process, you will first, what you will do is that you will first sort of cleanse yourself of that madness, of that name, of everything like that, and psychologically redefine yourself in a way, more or less like reboot it, refresh, and don't call yourself Nigerians anymore. If the paper you hold, I've got Nigerian passport because I am currently part and then forced to be part of Nigeria. If I have my way, I will have my own country, which is Oduduwa Republic, Yoruba land. Yes, I will say that. I'll be proud of that as a Yoruba man. And when you tell me to shut up, if a Yoruba man tells me to shut up when I talk about Oduduwa Republic, then I feel like, what the fuck is that? How can you be more proud to be a Nigeria or to be who you are, the real you? How can you be so... No, it is not normal. So you need to stop. There is no 2023. There is no 2023. The only 2023 that you have is the one they are going to put together like war and kill you. Kill those they can kill for another 4 years. And they will come back again. And you morons will still probably tag yourself along. They made mistake. I understand that. I'll be here to remind you. If you say anything, they will arrest you. If you commit a crime in Nigeria, if you commit a serious crime by killing people, you just need to kill more, right? Nigeria government will pay you. If you report a crime or you report crime and you continue to report crime, including corruption, the government will find you. The government will hunt you. And in days, if they don't kill you, right, you are lucky. They will arrest or kidnap and keep you away for as long as they want. That is the Nigeria you have now. You can no longer speak. You can no longer talk. Then you still call yourself Nigeria. Just say it out. You are refugees in your own country. You are living in an open concentration camp. And if you don't know that you brought it upon yourselves, I am telling you, you are about to do it again in 2023. Some people will do it in Edo in September. Others will do their own renewal of their own poverty, and then renewal of the contract of their own oppressors again. And they will use these two cards, the PDP, APC. I have told those who care to listen, right? I know those who are championing Oduduwa Republic on Facebook, and these guys are actually Lagos Abobakus. I know them. I wish I could just come out and say, yeah, this is no. You know why I won't say that? I won't do that. As long as they continue to tell the world that we need to do a republic, as long as they continue to use all their platform to tell people, we know by 2022, many of those pages will switch to Tinubu for president 2023. I know that. That is why many Oduduwa Republic pages you know now, please screenshot them now, save them. By 2022, many of them will turn to Tinubu for president 2023. And if Tinubu does not get the ticket or become their president 2023, they will switch over again to Oduduwa Republic. In fact, they will be much ferocious than the Biafrans on social media. You will see them. They will become more vile and terrible people if their Tinubu does not get the ticket. So I know them. Save their pages now. Continue to save them. Save whatever they post if you can. If you see them, Oduduwa Republic, Oduduwa this, Shegun Oduduwa, Omo Oduduwa, Oduduwa Nimi, Oduduwa this and that, they are Tinubu boys. They are fake accounts, many of them. Just pay attention to that. So 2023 will not happen. And until you tell yourself to get yourselves prepared, you will continue to go in that circle. You will continue to go in that circle. And, who want to live in a country where you can speak your mind? I don't want to live in such country. No. I don't think many of us would love to live in such country. However, whatever you choose is whatever you get. To me, APC, Buhari, and the rest of their criminal gangs, they have come to loot, to kill, to destroy, and to end Nigeria. Some of you should just get ready so that it won't meet you unprepared. Maiyegun Allah is now providing security in Yoruba land. Thank God for Amotekun now. We are hearing a bit of their actions every now and then now, which is good to know. 1,730-something Fulani terrorist camp in Yoruba land. You educated them wrong. You are angry that Maiyegun is saying something about your criminal leaders. You don't know that you are living in danger. One day they will invade your hostel, invade here, invade there. Then you will realize that what Maiyegun is saying has been true all the while. They don't care. You are not protected. You are not safe because they don't care. And for you to let them know that now you know, it is better you withdraw that support gradually now. And when we make up the number, you will resist them. You will fight them because it will be the right thing to do then. Nobody will tell you to do it. You will see it as the right thing to do. You will stand up and you will do it. And guess what? When that time comes, you will find me as well, beside you, not behind you. But until we see the sign that you are tired, we will never stop educating you. So thank you very much for your time. Have a very wonderful afternoon. So this is where I will draw the curtain as well. Thank you. Alexa, turn it up to 7. All the promise when they make, they gonna be like well, the money, where the food, everybody want it. Since you gonna tears up there, no complain. When I'm tired to complain, see the part where you be good. Nothing like you can do. 97% of 1%.
Nothing talk like president. Nigeria with sentiment. I take no office to revenge. Oil now, all of Buhari. We dey beg you. Like Nigeria, no go for your head. Yes, sir. After the election, where them do. Nigeria people want it. I said, she don't like this, I'm tired to compare. No one wanted for me. Insecurity, no improve. Inflation, no there in the roof. The truth. I am a brother. This change my yard. And today, so fast. Pray God for Nigeria. I am